Hello everyone, Donna Gray here again, your Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales. How are you all? How's your week been? Has it been an alright week? This is Wednesday, our hump day, so sliding into towards the end of the week for the weekend. Okay, so I'll just have a little bit of a chat with you for a little while, just until we can see people jump on, because it takes a little bit of a time for there's a bit of a delay, so I'll just wait for a little while until people actually jump on and I can see that I'm online, which I can't see at the moment yet. Okay, so what I thought I would do is to start off with, hello, I have one person online. Can you please say hello and let me know who's watching? I can't see comments at the moment, but hopefully Facebook will be kind to me tonight and actually show me the comments. I jumped on this afternoon and did a really quick live video, and I'm sorry, Sarah was on, and yeah, I couldn't see the comments. No comments were coming up, so I apologize, Sarah, for not being able to say hello back. I'm still not seeing any comments, so I'm hoping that it will come up sooner or later. Sorry, I'm just going to check my Facebook, refresh my Facebook on my laptop so I can see whether I appear. It says that I'm live, but can I see where it is? So the first thing I thought I would do, yes, there I am. Yay. Okay. So the first thing I would do is what I always do, go through my random act of kindness cards that I've received during this month. I have been part of this group now for a couple of months, and it's been the most inspiring group that I've ever been a part of. It's called Random Act of Kindness, and you click that you're going to participate for the monthly event and write in the comments below that you're participating, and that lets people know that you're definitely participating. You're going to send cards out, so you randomly choose people off the list that are participating and you send them cards. So they have two events. They have just what they call an encouragement event, which you can send thinking of you, just not birthdays and holiday celebrations. And the other one, they actually do have a birthday group. So I've thoroughly enjoyed, now that they have a birthday group, I've started sending birthday cards out each month for people that it's their birthday. And it's a shame that I've got to wait until April next year for my birthday, because I think it would make your birthday so much more special getting some random act of kindness cards, because you wouldn't have a clue how many cards you're going to get. Every day would be a surprise, which would be awesome. So I'll just quickly run through some of the random act of kindness cards that I've got. This one here is from Renee. I'm not sure, Renee, if I've got your last name right. Mangle, I think, is her last name. Renee has been an avid watcher of mine, watching my YouTube live videos, my YouTube videos and my Facebook live videos. And it was awesome to get a card from you, Renee. And in the card she said, I love watching your YouTube and Facebook lives, which that was fantastic. So that even makes this random act of kindness even more special. She's used the Eastern Palace suite. There's so many different ideas from this suite that I've seen. It's unbelievable how many different cards I've seen over the time using this suite. And it never ceases to amaze me. Someone comes up with another idea and I think, oh, I didn't think to use it that way. That's awesome. So thank you, Renee, for that one. And I've actually branched out a little bit, because the Random Act of Kindness group is all over the world. Like there's so many people that are participating. And so I've been getting some cards from lots of different places. This one here is using this beautiful Daisy Delight bundle, which is now back in stock, everybody. So if you were wanting it and you were disappointed because it was out of stock, the bundle is now back in stock in Australia. And honestly, jump on really quick and order, because Lord knows how long this will last. Again, it's been the most popular bundle probably since maybe the Lovely as a Tree, and the Lovely as a Tree bundle has been around ever since Stampin' Up has started. So this card here is from Cynthia Morgan, and she's in Indianapolis in the USA. So thank you very much, Cindy, for sending me a card. Sorry, she calls herself Cindy for short. So thank you very much for your card all the way from USA. It's awesome to be in Australia and getting cards from overseas. So that one was from Cynthia Morgan. And my next one is from, let me see. This one is from Alison. I'm sure I've shown this one before too. Alison Davini, I think is her last name. Thank you very much, Alison. Alison is from California. So thank you. That card came all the way from California. Beautiful different colouring technique there on the front. Very nice card. And using those beautiful new in colours. The Lemon Lime Twist and Berry Burst. Absolutely. And the card base is actually Fresh Fig. So absolutely beautiful colours that actually combine very well together. And tonight I'm using some of those colours in my cards tonight. Okay, so thank you very much for my Random Act of Kindness cards. If you'd like to be part of this group and participate, just leave a message at the bottom of the video, and I'd be happy to leave a link for you so that you can join this group. And if you can see behind me here, all on my table and all on my paper shelf up here, they're all Random Act of Kindness cards that I've had sent to me in probably the last, I've been participating now since, I don't know, maybe about April, yeah, something like that. So awesome to get all those cards. So I just keep collecting them there. I don't know where I'm running out of space where I'm going to put them. I'll have to put another shelf up there. Okay, so tonight, what I thought I would do is do a video tonight on the Happy Birthday Gorgeous bundle. And it's such a beautiful bundle, and it has a beautiful thinlet that goes with it. And this is the stamp set. I'll actually show you a better view when it's down on the bench, because you'll be able to read it the right way around. So we have the stamp set, and we have the awesome thinlet that goes with it. So I'll just turn you around now, and we'll get into making the card. Now I'm going to do a different technique tonight. I've discovered a different technique for colouring, so I'll just line you up nice and straight. For colouring the Happy Birthday thinlet. And anyway, I'm going to use watercolour pencils. I did do it a little bit different with the ones that I've already pre-done, but I've done some more playing around again today with the watercolour pencils and watercolouring. So I'll just show you that technique. I've actually got the Happy Birthday thinlet already pre-cut out for my cards, because I'm going to make 2 cards tonight. Just using different colour combinations, as I've got 2 of the thinlets cut out already. So this is the Happy Birthday Gorgeous bundle. Now, same with everything. Whenever you buy a bundle with Stampin' Up, you get 10% discount. You can buy these separately, and you can actually buy a stamp that is the same as this thinlet. It's another separate stamp again. But I love thinlets, and I love to be able to build them up if I wanted to do layers and build it up. So the bundle is really worthwhile purchasing, because you do save 10% by doing it. Now this has some beautiful swirly sentiments in it. The writing in this is absolutely beautiful. I'll bring it up a bit closer. Hopefully that won't go blurry. Okay, as you can see, the nice little scrolls on all the capital letters just makes it a little bit more interesting, this stamp set. Okay, so there's lots and lots of sentiments there. There's some balloons, there's some flowers, there's a label. So there's everything they actually need to be making a birthday card with. And these are our watercolour pencils. So if you haven't got the watercolour pencils, these were very popular as well, and they ended up out of stock, but came back into stock. So things like this, when they go out of stock, it's, I think Stampin' Up get a bit of a surprise how popular something is. And it's a bit hard to tell with anything these days, whether it's going to be popular or not. It just, all of a sudden, everybody just loves the same thing. So same thing happened with the Daisy Delight bundle. So, okay, so watercolor pencils, and what we're actually going to do, if you can see, I have this one. I'll show you the other one in a little while. Now, as you can see, it's got beautiful shading. I've actually done this just with sponge daubers on a piece of Whisper White, and I've used a couple of different colours, and I just created a rainbow on the piece of Whisper White. And then I've actually put our Sizzix adhesive sheets on the back because it's such a fine, delicate thinlet, so that I'm able to peel off the backing and just be able to stick it on to stop mucking around with fine glue pens and things like that. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll show you the watercoloring technique to start off with. Now, these are a few that I played around with while I was waiting for the kids this afternoon from school. Now, these are done with our watercolor pencils and our Aqua painter, the large Aqua painter. You get 2 Aqua painters in a pack. You get a small one and a large one, so I've actually used the one with the large end. Now, these are quite simple, but you can see they have a beautiful different effect. So all you need to do is with a piece of Whisper White, you colour all your background, and then you pop your thinlet on and cut it out, and then you get the beautiful variegated coloured thinlet. So I'll just show you with this piece of Whisper White how I actually achieved those colours. Okay, so I think my favourite was pumpkin pie. What else do I have? What have we got there? We've got melon mambo. Yes, that. And rich razzleberries in here somewhere. There it is. There. Okay, so they were the colours that I chose from. What else did I have? Yeah. Okay, so now this is quite simple. All we need to do is just on our piece of paper, just with the side of our pencil, shade in certain areas. Okay, it doesn't have to be too particular how you do it, because as you see when we go through with the Aqua painter, you'll see what makes the difference. Okay, so it's just more or less roughly colouring in to get a bit of colour on our paper. And it doesn't even matter if you have a little bit of white as well, because the variegation of how we do it, you'll see once the water adds to it, you don't have to be very particular. You just have to put splotches of colour wherever you decide you want to have it. Okay, so I've roughly coloured that in. Okay, so as you can see, colouring nothing too particular, just some coloured splotches here, there and everywhere. Now the trick is with the Aqua painter. So now the Aqua painter is filled with water. You have a beautiful brush tip on the Aqua painter. So what you do is you squeeze the Aqua painter till you get some nice moisture coming out. And then I actually was watching a video of Brandy Cox this morning, and that's what gave me the idea of doing it with the watercolor pencils, because I have quite a few different colors in a watercolor pencil. You could also use it with your stamping ink pads as well, so you could, the colors would be endless what you could do. Okay, so now just in a circle motion, adding a bit of color and a bit of water, you just blend. So now, as you can see, these colours are just all blending in together. Now, there was a technique that was called the shaving cream technique. This could possibly replace that technique. Quite easy to do, quite quick to do, and not much mess, not much cleanup at all. So I keep going with my circular motions all the way up through. If you have any questions out there, please feel free to ask. I still can't see any comments at all, so I apologise if you are there and I can't see any comments. Okay, so there you go. Now clean up. You just run a bit more water out of your tip and backwards and forwards, and that's as quick as it is. Now, this needs to be put aside and dried quite well. If you're pushed for time, you could use your heat gun if you wanted to and dry it with your heat gun, or you could even pop a tea towel over with a hot iron and iron it. But it is best to let it dry like totally before you start going and cutting it out. So the reason why I just wanted to show you the technique tonight, but I can't actually like now turn around and cut that out because it's too wet to do. So I've actually pre-cut them out beforehand. So that's a fabulous technique, and as you can see, did it in a matter of seconds. So quite easy to do, not messy, quite quick and easy. So, and it gives you these beautiful results. So I've got this one here, and as I said, I was going to show you the other one, this one here. So as you can see, beautiful effect on that happy birthday instead of just having it one plain colour. I was tossing up the idea of whether I was just going to do it one plain colour, and then I thought, no, I want it rainbow. So that's actually how I came about. But I did do this with sponge daubers the other night. I did the cardstock, just did a rainbow sponge dauber and then cut them out and put the Sizzix on the back before I cut it out. So, so it was a lot easier to then stick on. Okay, so I'm actually going to make 2 cards tonight, and I just wanted to do a couple of different coloured cards, just so you can see that you can make cards very similar, but just by changing the colours is how different they can look. So the first card that I'm going to be doing, I'm using our new Lemon Lime Twist, and I'm also using our Berry Burst. And this is another in colour. This is what they call powdered pink. So there, I sort of looked at what I could do with the colouring here, and I thought that those colours all blended in quite well. Okay, so I'm going to fold my base. Sorry, I'll show you the other colours that I'm using for the second card. Now, if you've got this stamp set and you want to actually, and Thinlit set, and you want to join in, please feel free to jump on in your craft room and join me and craft along with me, because I'd be very happy for you to be making a card with me as well. Okay, so our base for this one is Berry Burst. What was I going to do? Sorry, and my first layer for the front is going to be Saffron, and I'm using Bermuda Bay behind my sentiment, and you'll understand when I say behind my sentiment what I'm going to do. Okay, so with both of them, what we're going to do is we're just going to fold our base in half like normal. Now I'm going to do one, I'll do landscape, and one I'll do portrait. Okay, so that's our other base, our Berry Burst. Fold that in half. I always use a bone folder to finalise my folds in my cards. It just makes them fold a lot nicer. Okay, so pop our card bases aside. Now the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to cut a circle out of our stitched framelits that we have, which are these ones here. I'm going to cut the largest circle because I want to actually have a circle of colour that's behind here that we can actually pop up off the front. So I'm going to cut, and it's the largest circle in the stitch shaped framelits. So the largest one, I'm going to cut one out of the Bermuda Bay, and I'm also going to cut one out of the powder pink. Okay, so I'll bring in my big shot. Sorry, I'm just keeping myself in order here to know which ones are going, which layers are going with which. Okay, so I'll grab my big shot, bring that in. Okay, now I use my magnetic platform for almost everything I do, mainly for the simple fact that with Finlets, the magnets snap it onto your cardstock. You don't have to worry about your Finlet moving at all. We actually sell these magnetic platforms with Stampin' Up, and honestly I've had mine for quite a few years now, and it's been the best investment I've ever had. So there you go, one stitch framelit out of the Bermuda Bay. Take that away, and I'll run my powder pink back through. Okay, and as you can see, that just snaps straight onto the cardstock. You can put it into place and it doesn't move, which is fantastic. So I'll run that one back through. Okay, and there we have our second one. Okay, so I'll pop them away. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop my sentiment onto those circles. Now, just got a few pieces in here that I need to poke out. You'll find when you pull the backing off, the majority of the time these little pieces come off with the backing, but I do tend to like to do it because when it's sticky and you're trying to get the little pieces out, it gets a little bit hard to handle. Okay, clean that up. So I'm just going to now peel the backing off and pop that onto my stitched circle. So as you can see, the backing peels off quite easily. Okay, and then you're left with all of it being sticky on the back, which makes it so much easier to pop onto your card front or whatever you're doing. So I just want to pop that with the majority of the happy birthday stuck on the circle. You do have a little bit of overhang, but as you'll see when we do this card, that's quite okay. Okay, so that's the first one. Fluff on there that wants to stay there. Okay, so that's our first sentiment. We'll do the same thing with this one. So anyone that's watching out there, have you got this set at all, or is it something that's been on your radar? I actually sell cards at a local car boot market in Lismore. We have a market every first and third Sunday in the month, and I sell my handmade cards at the markets, and it's been quite popular actually recently. It was quite funny. I purchased a new rack to hold all my cards, and it was quite different. I've had a lot of them just standing up on the table and laying down on the table, and since I've bought this new stand where they all sit up in this rack, it's been amazing. My card sales have gone through the roof, which has been fantastic. And I've been selling handmade cards at these markets for probably a good 5 years. And it was really funny. As soon as I got the new rack, a lady actually said to me, "Oh, wow, it's so fantastic. Someone's selling handmade cards at the markets. That's great." And I thought, I've been here for 5 years doing this. But it all comes to your presentation and what people see. And it was quite amazing that it more or less hit you in the face, this massive stand. They were all standing up. I had them all labelled with what sections. And it was quite amazing how better the sales were by just, the presentation. So always remember that how you present something is a big major thing for people. Okay, so I've now done that, and we have that. So as you can see, these color combinations, what I've tried to do is I've tried to use a darker or a brighter colored cardstock, something a bit softer, then something bright, then the softer again on top. So just to complement the colors, I've tried to pick out the colors that are in the sentiment that I've done, so that sometimes it's a little bit hard trying to work out what coloring you need to put your card together. So I tend to try and do things like that. I tend to try and bring something that's a main focal point that's got a fair few colours, then I try to put a bit of each colour into the product. Okay, so that's as far as we've got so far. So in the stamp set, I was looking before I started tonight, and there's quite a few nice little flowers and things. So what I thought I would do is just along the bottom of this front section, I thought I'd pop a few little rows of flowers along the bottom. So just pop those aside again, and the bases. Okay, so we'll take our two layered pieces, and I think I might do just the stem to start off with, which is there. Okay, and I'm going to use my lemon lime twist for this one because I've found it's been quite good for doing some stems and leaves of the flowers. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is flower there, and then maybe two over this side, like so. Sorry, I hope you can see that. I've misstamped that, so I'm just going to try and get my head in there and re-stamp over that, hopefully. Not too bad. Okay, and same thing on this one. I'll do two over this side this time on this one. And one here. I've noticed there's another little fluffy stem with little fluffy flowers, so I thought I'd do that in between them. Okay, I'll find that stamp, which is that one there, and I might actually do this, give it a bit of a wintry look. I might actually do this in early espresso, but I think I'm going to stamp off. Okay. Actually, just one of them fine on that. Not having much success with my stamping tonight because I'm not actually using my rubber mat, and I should be using a rubber mat underneath. Okay, I'm going to re-stamp that one again too. Beauty of these photopolymers, you can actually nearly see through the stamp again to be able to re-stamp if you've misstamped something as well, so that's quite good. Okay, so now we'll just do some little flower heads. There's this one here that's quite cute. It's like a little rosette type of flower. And I think for the other one, I might just do that one. Okay. And I think I'm going to do the berry burst with these flowers. this is like a rosette flower. And I'll just pop this little tiny little petaled flower over here. That, quite cute. And on this one, I think I'll do a couple of little petaled flowers. The rosette one in the middle. Sorry, that's probably off the screen then. Like that. Okay, so that's created quite a cute little border. I'll just pop my ink pads away so I don't end up with ink all over me. So now that was using my Lemon Lime Twist ink pad for the greenery, and I used my Berry Burst for the flowers, and I used my Early Espresso for the little fluffy pom-pom flowers there. Now, I always use my Stampin' Scrub to clean my stamps. If you haven't seen the Stampin' Scrub, this is a fantastic little invention. You use your lovely spray mist, Stampin' Mist, and spray one side. You'll find that on these they have some little water drops in one corner and a little sun. So that's telling you that the water drops is the wet side. So you just scrub it like that and dry it like that, and your stamp comes clean. Saves you getting all inky on your fingers and trying to, and I used to use baby wipes, but honestly you end up with baby wipes galore and you still end up with ink all over your fingers, where Stampin' Scrub is fantastic to not let that happen. Okay, so as you'll see now, our cards are starting to come together. Looking quite cute. That one. And that one. Okay. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up our happy birthday on some Stampin' Dimensionals. So that it sits our sentiment up off the front. I'm nearly out of dimensionals. I do have another pack. Okay, peel the backing off. So I'm going to line this up first and then we'll stick our first layer on. Okay. So, and we'll do the other card. So I can see I have 2 viewers out there. Thank you very much for watching me tonight. I've been doing these live videos now every Wednesday night. This is my 3rd one. I will be doing a live video every Wednesday night at 7:30. Every now and then I do jump on and do a video just out of the blue. Sometimes I get a little bit excited about things and I think, oh, I'm going to jump on and do a video. And depending on, like at the moment, everyone's vacated my house at the moment, so it's given me time tonight to be able to do this. And so every Wednesday night, my husband and the kids, well, the 2 girls are actually at work tonight, and my husband's gone to visit his mother. So gives me time that no one's in the house and I have a bit of free time to be able to do this. So as you can see, these 2 cards are coming together quite nicely. I'm just going to use some Tombo now, and I'm going to stick those layers on the front. Now I use Tombo. Honestly, it is personal choice what type of adhesive you use. The reason I use Tombo is you get a little bit of wiggle room to line it up on the front of your card. When you use Snail or you use Fast Fuse, you have to be very good at placing it on and lining it up. And I just find that I can get my cards looking a lot straighter by using the Tombo. And Tombo goes a fair way too, so it sticks really well, so you don't need to use a lot of it. And I must admit, I was not a fan of it when I first started to use it, but now I absolutely love it, so it's just what you get used to, I think. Okay, And I mean, like, you get a little bit of wiggle time, but then it sticks really well. So it's quite good to be able to do that. Now, I actually have a little butterfly that I've cut out from the You Move Me bundle that I'm thinking I might just pop down here in the corner on a glue dot, just for something a little bit different. I found it sitting on my desk and I was like, oh, I might just pop a little one of those on. Seen it's floating around, and it seems to be amazingly cut out in the Berry Burst cardstock that we're using. Actually, that's quite nice. Gives it quite a good look. Okay, so that's the two fronts. Now, as you know, I always finish my cards off inside. So I have a white layer for each of them. Oh, and I've just realised I did do something wrong. I was actually going to do the one card landscape and one card vertical, but I'm so sorry. I actually did them both vertical, but never mind. Okay, so Sarah, do I have you on tonight? Hello, Sarah. I've finally seen a comment. Thank you. It is a good design, isn't it? I've played around so many times. I've seen so many different things with this happy birthday set. So, yeah, I've been quite enjoying it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just bring a little bit of the front of the card to the inside of the card. So I think what we might do is I'm just going to stamp just one little flower just in the corner of the card. So I'm going to get out my lemon lime twist again. So good to see you, Sarah. I'm glad I've finally seen the comments. I don't know what happens with Facebook every now and then. It sometimes it shows comments and sometimes it doesn't. So I don't know whether you've been watching me the whole time, but yeah, I've only just seen that you're on. So I've refreshed my laptop a few times trying to work out whether there was other people on and other people watching, but yeah. Sometimes Facebook does things like that to us, so we don't have much choice over that. But I've really been enjoying doing these live videos, and I've been enjoying watching other demonstrators doing their live videos. Honestly, I absolutely love it. As soon as I see that somebody's on live, I jump on and watch what's going on. And Stampin' Up demonstrators were such a group of inspiring people. Every time I look at someone else's design, it gives me more inspiration to then go ahead and do something else again, which is great. Okay, so two little flowers for the inside of our design. I'll just clean my stamps. And I don't find you have to go real overboard inside, because inside is where the person giving the card wants to put a fair bit of writing and things. So I normally keep the insides pretty basic, but give them a lot of room to actually write in the card. So I think what I'm going to do is, one of them I'm actually just going to do the sentiment Make a Wish. I'm actually going to do that for this card. I'm going to stamp it in Bermuda Bay to bring in the colour of the round circle that I've got on the front, to incorporate that inside in the card. So as you can see, just by picking some of the colours that all go together, it's amazing how then it looks like everything matches. Okay, I'm just going to write Make a Wish in the middle. Okay. And for my lemon lime twist one, I think I'm going to stamp it actually in the Berry Burst. And I've just got ink all over my finger. Okay, I'm just trying to think of what sentiment I'm going to put in that one. I've got It's Your Day, or I've got Party Time. I think I might do It's Your Day. Sounds nice. It's your day. Okay, so in my berry burst, stamp down, stamp up. Very nice colour, the berry burst. When you first stamp it, it's quite dark, but then when it dries, it actually comes up a lot brighter when it dries. Okay, so now it's just a case of putting these together. Get rid of my ink pad so I don't end up with it all over me. So with our liquid Tombo again, so I've actually got some of my random act of kindness cards I've actually started already, because I've got a few people from America that have birthdays early in August. So I worked out my list the other day for the birthday group of who I was going to send to, and I was like, oh, some of those are very early, and it takes a long time takes nearly a couple of weeks for a card to get from Australia over to America. So I thought I better get myself into gear and get some posted out. So I have actually sent some out already to America, and I've sent some out to some Australian people that are early in August. So if your birthday is early in August, and you're overseas or you're in Australia, you may be getting a card from me. It's just such a great group to be part of. So, and the August Random Act of Kindness event has just been posted today. So I will be madly making my lists tomorrow of who I'm going to send out to in August. Okay. So there's our two cards, totally different looking cards by just using some different colours. I hope you enjoyed this background that you can do using our watercolour pencils. As I said, you can always use your Aqua painter as well with your ink pads. But that's just a couple of cards using the Happy Birthday the Happy Birthday Gorgeous bundle. Okay, so if you're wanting to purchase any of these products and you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would be happy to, if you wanted to purchase the products from me, I will leave the link to my online store down below. I just wanted to remind you it's the last days for our July specials. Our July specials are if you spend $90 before postage and handling, Stampin' Up will give you a $9 voucher to use in August for every $90 that you spend. Or if you wanted to join Stampin' Up before the end of July, join my Stampin' Up team, you end up getting $356, I think it is, worth of Stampin' Up products for $169. So if you were thinking of doing an order and it's getting near the $169, why not just sign up, and then you get the benefits of having 20% off your next orders for the next 3-4 months. I think if you start now, I think you go right through until nearly November before you become non-active if you don't order the minimum. And honestly, people, there's no lock-in thing with joining Stampin' Up. There's no pressure. So if you don't make your minimums, you just lose your discount. Then you can still buy as a customer again. And I would be happy for you to buy off me again if you wanted to. But if you're thinking about joining, please email me or drop a message and in the comments below. Hello, Renee. Thank you for joining me. Yes, it is a nice design, isn't it, Renee? I'm quite happy with how they've both turned out. It's a beautiful set, absolutely gorgeous. So I've been having a bit of a play around with it, and some of my birthday RAK swaps, I've been using this Happy Birthday bundle. So I've been quite enjoying it. And also too, I just wanted to give you a quick reminder that I have, oops, I just bumped the camera. I have just started doing what they call a card in the mail, a card kit in the mail, And my first card kit in the mail set is the You Move Me bundle. And with your kit, you will receive the stamps of the You Move Me bundle. You will receive the Finlits with the motion Finlit that makes your butterflies and your birds flutter. You will also receive these, enough to make 6 of these cards, so 2 of each design. And you will receive a free full printed colour instructional sheet. As you can see, this is one of my favourite sets. You can see the butterfly fluttering. Here's another butterfly fluttering. And this is the bird. Okay, so if you wanted to join my card kit club for August in the mailbox, you have until the 7th of August to message me and register and pay, and I will get your kit out to you as soon as possible. With the kit, you receive your stamps, you receive the Finlits, you also receive enough cardstock to make these 6 of these cards, 2 of each design, and you'll also receive the printed out instruction sheet. And I will also email you a personal video tutorial of me making these 3 cards, so you can start and stop the video as many times as you like and craft along with me with the video going. Or if you like the printed version and you want to look off the printed version, and so if you wanted more details of that, please feel free to message me, and I would be happy to give you more details. But the offer for the card kit club in the mail for the You Move Me bundle is only open until the 7th of August. So there's limited spots. So if you wanted to join my card kit club in the mail, please feel free to message me and I will let you know how you go ahead. And it's just a case of me sending an invoice to you, you paying, and I send your items out to you. Okay, so I'll just flip you back over to me again. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching and jumping online tonight, and I'm so sorry if I didn't see any comments or I didn't see you on tonight, or if you're watching this back, I will be posting this to my YouTube channel as well. So don't panic if you've only just jumped online and you think I'm finishing, because you can watch it back on Facebook Live, after I've finished, and you can also watch it back on my YouTube channel. So if you jump over onto my YouTube channel, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. That way you don't miss any of the videos that I post. I also post other videos, not just my, I also post other videos, Stampin' Up videos, not just my Facebook Live. So I do proper video tutorials that I post on Facebook as well. So please feel free to hit the like button and comment as many times as you like. The more likes I get, the more views I get, the more Facebook will show my videos. So if you haven't liked my Facebook business page, please hit the like button and turn the notifications on, and you won't miss me when I'm live. I'll be on every Wednesday night at 7:30. And I do pop up every now and then through the week when I get a little bit of an inspiration. My YouTube video for next week is going to be on the Carols of Christmas stamp set and the Finlits. I have already done a YouTube video on that before, but I've had a few more creations and a bit more time playing around with it. So I thought I'll do that because I know it's not going to be in July anymore, but I just thought I'll bring that bundle to you because that is actually an exclusive bundle that we've been able to purchase. And everyone will be able to purchase, I think it's a pre-order bundle that we're all going to be able to purchase in August as a pre-sneak peek to our holiday catalogue that we will be having in September. So I thought I'll do a YouTube video on that. A live video on that. Now, if there's anything else that you'd like me to do a live video on that you have in your craft stash and you wanted some ideas, please feel free to drop a message in the comments. And if I have the stamp set, I will try and tailor my 7:30 videos on a Wednesday night to something that you have in your kit. If not, I do try and give you a week's notice that if you wanted to place an order for the items that I'll be using in next week's video, or each Wednesday, I will post on my website, sorry, on my Facebook business page, what I'm going to be using each Wednesday. So you will have time, if you wanted to jump online and put an order in, you will have time to get it before next Wednesday that we could craft together. So thank you all for watching, and if you're watching this video back later on, thank you very much for watching the video back later on. Feel free to drop comments, because I'm quite happy to answer any questions that you would like. So thank you for spending the time with me again on a Wednesday night. I'm happy to bring these videos to you every Wednesday. If there's something I discover and I'm excited about it, as I said, I do jump on through the week, yeah, every now and then. The other thing too, sorry, before I go, I actually was at home last night before I went to hockey training, and there was a lady that was on Facebook, and she was having a hard time trying to work out how to, she just set up a blog and she was trying to work out how to link it with her DBWS, and together with personal messaging, we finally worked it out, because I actually have linked mine, and it's been a while since I've done it, and I couldn't remember how I did it, and it was so awesome to be able to help. This lady was from the UK. She's a lovely lady, and we had such a great conversation, and I was only saying to my husband when I got to hockey training, because I was actually late because I wanted to sort it out for her, I was only saying how wonderful it is to be part of this massive group of people that no matter where you are in the world, we're all doing the same thing. Like, we're all part of this wonderful company that is such an inspiring, such a wonderful way to spend our time. I have a day job that I go to, and this is what I do in my spare time, and I honestly, I could give up my day job any day to be just a crafter, full-on crafter all the time. It's been a wonderful company to be part of. Okay, so if anyone had any interest in signing up with me or buying some products, please feel free to message me. So until next week, thank you all for tuning in, and I love spending time with you on a Wednesday night, and I love the comments, and I'm starting to get to have some regulars that are watching me each time I get on, which is great. Okay, so until next week, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch up with you next Wednesday, 7:30, with the Carols of Christmas bundle, and we'll have some exciting things to do. Okay, thanks everyone. See you next time. Bye.